Kim Walch had a question about mounting up the military press bar onto the Weider. And while I had the camera out and was taking pictures, I decided to go ahead and show the cable routing also. Hope it helps people, because I've got a lot of questions about some of the cables. The military press squat station bolts onto the bar across the way. Leg curl. And it bolts on to the top, over the top of the mount for this leg curl stand, with the welded on bushing that is attached to the military press bar, going on either side of the upright. Then, to attach the cables, the cable is bolted to the back side of the pulley on the military press bar. Then it goes around and then over the top of this smaller pulley, then down to the lower pulley, then back up to the upper pulley and down to the weight stack. This is the one that it looks to be really complicated, but it isn't so bad, because they use multiple leverage points to increase the weight, so they don't have to have quite so many weights on the stack. There's a little rubber stopper on the end of the cable. Then that cable goes around the back pulley, up again and around, and then under the next back pulley. Then it goes up to this block that goes over the top, or goes up to this pass-through pulley, so that the cable, this is where it gets complicated, the cable is wrapped around that pulley and back up. So when you pull on either one of the bars, it uses that leverage to move this cable on this pulley. It goes around that pulley, then back up on the other side and down to the weight stack. So this is a fixed point for the butterfly bars. It's also a fixed point for the pull-down bar. See, that doesn't move. But this cable runs around through here, and around and around and around, and goes down to the stack. The leg lift uses that cable down there to go around that through that stack of pulleys, and it moves the fixed point that the rest of them are using as an anchor, that block back here. It uses that as a way to move the cables and lift the weight stack. This, because of the way the cables are wrapped around the bar, when you pull that forward, it also moves the block in the back and moves the weight stack. So it's quite a clever bit of leverage and engineering to run those cables around and attach them to make it so it does all these many different resistances. So that's a workout just trying to show you what the cables do. But that's my Weider 8530, and that's how I ran the cables. I found the book online that showed me how the cables went, and you can too. I'll put a link down in the description. I like the thing. It works quite well. I had a problem with range of motion in my shoulders, and I was able to use the butterfly bars and extend the amount of movement that I got in my shoulders. So between that and the pull-up bar, worked pretty well for me. Now, I don't do exercises every day, but I try to get to it at least once a week, at least do something on it. And works for me. Hope it does for you. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. So Kim, I hope that takes care of your question about the cables and the attachment for the squat bar. So if it does, great. If not, ask another question.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union, without the express written permission of the parents or legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.